want to talk with you a little bit about rent. Over 11 million Americans are paying more than half of their income in rent. And when people are spending half of the money they make on rent, they don't have enough left to cover basic living expenses, like groceries, medicine, heat, their car payment, paying their student loans, or their bus fare. The problem isn't that people in this country aren't working hard enough. The problem is that rent is getting more and more expensive, and wages are staying the same. Let's look at the numbers. In California, rent for the typical one-bedroom apartment is over $1,300, $1,300. If you're earning minimum wage in California, which is $11 an hour, and working 40 hours a week, you would need to work at least 2 jobs to afford that apartment, keep the lights on, and feed your family. And this is a nationwide problem. In 99% of counties in America, a person working a full-time job at the minimum wage cannot afford a one-bedroom apartment. Now, this doesn't just impact minimum wage workers. Even if you're making $50,000 a year, it's still not enough to pay rent on that one-bedroom apartment in California without being stretched to the limit. That is why millions of Americans are evicted from their homes every year. That is why every night 500,000 people in our country are homeless, including thousands of people who are working full-time jobs. This is a crisis, and folks deserve solutions.
This is the book of Micah, chapter 2, verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction. Brakta Yahweh, Brakta Yahushai, Brakta Yahweh, Brakta Yahushai. Yahweh is the name who the world calls God, and Yahushai is his son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. First and foremost, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who grew well and taught me this truth. And salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the 4 corners of the earth and risking their life to do so for Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai's sake. I'm Brother Samak from the GMS Miami camp. And the reason why I brought out the book of Micah, chapter 2, verse 10, is that we, as a people, all right, as the Hebrew Israelites, all right, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and the Americans, we must understand that this place is not our rest, all right? That this isn't a place where we can prosper and where we can get the finer things in life, okay? This place is polluted, and it will surely destroy us. And from that video I put in post-production, all right, and what you saw was a senator from California. Her name is Senator Kamala Harris. All right, she literally broke it down, how the rent is too high. All right, a lot of Americans, all right, a lot of people that live here in America, all right, Salakia, all right, they're rent burdened, and they're struggling. They're losing their homes. They're losing they're constantly moving around. They're not able to afford rent. Okay, and that's why this place is hell, man. All right, this place is not our rest. This place is captivity. All right, this is captivity if you're a so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American. All right. So let me get to the book of Baruch. All right, Salakia. That's my phone going off. Bear me one moment. Just have to turn the volume down. All right, so this is the book of Baruch, chapter 3, verse 8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity. All right, and from hearing what this senator had to say, okay, if you're a so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, that should resonate with you. Yeah, this is slavery. It's straight up captivity. All right, this is not a place of rest. All right, this is a place of servitude, all right, and uncertainty, okay? Where thou hast scattered us, right, because we were scattered throughout the 4 corners of the earth, all right? You can look at secular history, all right, Christopher Columbus, the transatlantic slave trade, okay? Oh, by the way, The transatlantic slave trade is mentioned in the Bible, right? Deuteronomy 28, verse 68. Where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments, right? We're constantly subject to payments, all right? And this is a curse, man. All right, to constantly move around, constantly getting evicted, all right? The rent is constantly skyrocketing, all right? And the wages are stagnant, all right? It's always subject to payment. This is a curse, man. This is not a place of milk and honey. And to be subject to payments according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord our power, right? And that's the reason why we're catching this hell, is because of our forefathers and us, if you understand reincarnation, because we broke the law, statutes, and commandments as a nation, all right? And there had to be a falling away of the church, all right? So now we're in captivity, now we're under the curses, and this is the hell we got to deal with, man. That's why this place is not our rest. We have to depart out of it, all right? Or this place will surely destroy us, all right? This is the book of Haggai, chapter 1, verse 6, just to hit it out the ballpark with this scripture, because it really just I lost my spot. It really just makes sense of, what's happening to our people. Haggai chapter 1 verse 6. Ye have sown much and bring in little, right? Didn't she just say you have people working 40 hours a week? You have people having 2 jobs, okay? Right? Didn't she say that? But the rent's still high. The rent's in California, $1,300. All right, and this is across America. All right, you have so much and bring in little. See, the rent bring in little, meaning you have to pay, okay, more than 30% of your wages to rent. All right, that's considered rent burden according to the federal government. All right, you can look into that. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Right, because you spend all this money on rent, you don't even have enough to buy food for you and your family. That also restricts you from bringing children to this world, because you have to provide, more money to feed those mouths. All right, and if you don't have more money, you can't provide food on the table for those mouths. All right, so this restricts people from populating. All right, and this is all designed, by the way. All right, we're going to get into that as well. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm. Right? You can't even buy clothes, man. All right? There are people that are still wearing the same clothes, for multiple years. All right? And that wears and tears, man. Okay, because nothing lasts forever. And he that earneth wages to put into a bag with holes. Right? Meaning you're not going to be able to save nothing, because it's got to go right back, into this place, man. That's a burden, man. That's hell. This is not our rest. All right. So now let's get into a couple of articles. All right, because this article resonated with me. I saw this on my news feed, and then it's beautiful because Elder Malcolm up from Chicago, he did a video on the atrocities of the homeless, how they're being put into jail for not being able to pay bills. All right, and so because they're homeless, they can't afford rent, they can't afford their bills. But let's get to this article, then I'm gonna jump to that article. It says this is from Zero Edge. This article came out of Sunday, October 28, 2018. It says the rent affordability crisis explained in 3 charts. 4 years ago, the United States Department of Housing and Urban Development, the HUD, warned of the worst rental affordability crisis ever, citing data that, quote, about half of renters spend more than 30% of their income on rent, up from 18% a decade ago. According to newly released research by Harvard's Joint Center for Housing Studies, so this is Harvard, these are the prestige universities, all right, that a lot of people break their necks to try to get into, all right, that want to be indoctrinated by this system. But they did a study on this, 27% of renters are paying more than half of their income or on rent. Right, man? This place is hell, man. This is not our rest. This is insignificant. This is a significant problem for U.S. consumers and especially millennials, right? My generation, okay, who are now trying to build a nest egg, right? You have these scholars, these economists, these professors saying, hey, go to college, get those degrees, all right, so you can be able to make good money, so you can save up to buy a house, a car, right? This is what they push out in America. But guess what? All right, that's not the truth. That's not the case, man. In fact, millennials are feeling more of the burden is because they're in so much college debt, and the job force isn't paying enough, all right, to pay off college debt, all right, as well as rent, car note, insurance. I mean, we can go on and on. All right, this is how you know America is on its way out. All right, this is not a place where you put your trust at. Okay. It goes on and said, this is a significant problem for U.S. consumers and especially millennials because, as we have noted repeatedly over the past years, and a new report confirms, quote, rent increases continue to outpace workers' wage growth, meaning the situation is getting worse. Exactly. All right. That's why this senator, Kamala Harris, all right, she's trying to put in a bill which is called the rent was it called the this is it right here, Salakia, which is not going to work, but it just shows you that these senators are this senator right here sees it. She sees the crisis. It's called the Rent Relief Act. All right, like, come on, man, this is basic. You need these stuff to live, okay, in a quote modern world, in a quote civilized world, in a first world country, as you like to say. And now you having a senator, okay, making a bill, pushing a bill onto the House and Senate floor called the Rent Relief Act. This place is crazy, man. This place has to go, man. This is oppression, man. And if you believe in America, man, if you're a so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, you believe in America, you're an idiot, man. This place is a captivity, man. This is oppression, man. It says, in the second quarter of 2017, median asking rents jumped 5% from $864 to $910. In the first half of 2018, they have remained at levels crushing the American worker, right, man? And this is really, this is now affecting the so-called white man, the average American white man and woman who are working, the working quote-unquote middle class. They're feeling it. And so you so-called Negroes, Latino Americans, a lot of you work minimum wage, you work 2 jobs, you definitely feeling it, man. Is there any more on this? Yeah, here's this one. This was from Goldman Sachs. This is insane because, you know, then you have these idiots out there. Well, why don't you just go get a house? It's a lot cheaper. Well, listen to what Goldman Sachs says. All right, which in contrast, right here, yeah. Which, however, is not to say that owning a house is a viable alternative to renting. In fact, as Goldman notes in its latest housing and mortgage monitor, quote, buying is looking increasingly less affordable versus renting, with home prices growing faster than rents. Really? So home prices are skyrocketing faster than rents? This proves, man, this system is designed to oppress you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. All right? This is oppressing, man, to our people, man. And this is the reason why, man, we tell our people, okay, get your head out of Babylon. This is not our rest. Arise and depart. All right? This place is destructive, man. And you out there chasing this bag, man, all right, believing in the American dream, man, you're going to fail, man. And you're going to be destroyed out here, all right? Because, hey, man, the government know this. Those in power know, okay, what's going on. They know exactly, okay, the economic conditions of the people, all right? And that's why they constantly target the poor, man, all right? Because there's an agenda to weed us out of the communities and into the prison industrial complex, all right? That's why there's more and more acts and laws being passed to oppress our people so that the private prison industrial complex can fill up the prison houses, man, all right? Because, hey, man, something's got to give, man. So now let's go to the book of Psalms, chapter 10, because this is to you so-called white people, you Edomites, man, all right, of the elite, all right? Because you're the ones causing this problem to our people, man. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 10, verse 2. The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Let them be taken the vices that they have imagined. Right, man, you persecute the poor, man. All right, this is persecuting the poor. Now I got another article to back up this scripture, right? So now, while this is happening, what are you having now? A huge epidemic of homelessness in America, all right? Now this is from the Huffington Post. It says, homelessness can't be solved with fines and arrests, right? They're actually arresting homeless people, all right? Now here's how they're doing it. When San Diego resident Gerald Stark's rent increased and he couldn't afford another apartment, the retired union pipe fitter moved into his RV. Right, now this is affecting Edomites, all right? So you know, okay, this is affecting so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, okay, by the droves, all right? This is how bad it's getting, all right? But you so-called white people, all right, you did this to our people, man, all right? You've been oppressing our people since the beginning, all right? So it doesn't matter if you're an average six-pack Joe Edomite or a rich elite Edomite, you're still going to be judged for this, all right? Because this is your nation, all right? This is your race of people doing this, all right? You are going to be judged as a nation, okay? Remember that. But let's get into this article because it breaks it down. But because he lacked an address, San Diego law made it almost impossible for him to park his RV legally. And it was not long before the city confiscated it, leaving him with no other place to live but the streets. There he was ticketed for violating another law prohibiting sleeping in public. So you now have, okay, police officers ticketing people just sleeping in public, all right? It's evident they don't have a home, they don't have a job to pay for that home, all right? This is oppression, man. This is persecuting poor, all right? This is why you so-called white people, you're going to get your judgment. Faced with $1,000 in fines and fees he was unable to pay, Stark lived every day in fear of being arrested for simply trying to survive. He's not alone. As rents and housing costs skyrocketed in cities across the country, there isn't a single county in the United States where you can afford to rent a two-bedroom market rate apartment working a full-time minimum wage job. Many of our neighbors are just one health emergency, car repair, or a missed paycheck away from losing their homes. Once you lose your home and overstay your welcome with family members or friends, you have only two choices: staying in the shelter, which is often filled to capacity, right, because there's a large amount of homelessness in America, or surviving on the streets. But what do you do when trying to survive is a crime, right? And this is all designed to put people in the prison houses, all right, for cheap slave labor. All right? Let's see if there's more on this. Cities spend tax dollars enforcing homeless encampment sweeps and move-alongs policies for homeless people. On average, it takes a police officer 3 hours to make an arrest. Time that could be spent actually fighting actual crime, right? Because they're not designed to fight actual crime. The police officers are in play to keep the status quo, to keep the prison houses full. And burning homeless people with fines and fees make it even more difficult for them to return to the tax rolls, right? One homeless man, Russell Bartholo of Sacramento, California, receiving an astonishing $100,000 in fines. 100, that's 5 zeros and a 1. That's $100,000 in fines. For sleeping and camping in public. Finding people who don't even have enough money for rent isn't productive or humane. Right, this is inhumane, man. This is unrighteous decrees, man. Back to the book of Psalms, chapter 2, verse 1. The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Let them be taken the vices that they have imagined. Right, man, because y'all wicked, you Edomites, man, you so-called white, you're going to pay for this, man. You're going to be judged for all this. Verse 3, for the wicked boasts of his heart's desire and blesses the covetous whom the Lord abhorreth. Right, he's in his pride, man. He loves seeing people down and out. He loves kicking them while they're down, man. These Edomites, man, they get their jollies off seeing the poor being oppressed, man. All right? Verse 4, the wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after the Most High. The Most High is not in all his thoughts. Right, these elites, the Illuminati, these secret societies, okay, these corporations, these government officials, they don't give a damn about the poor, all right? Because they don't believe in the God of the Bible, all right? They believe in themselves. They only use the Bible, all right, to lead the sheep, okay? Lack of better words right now that I want to pacify, excuse me, that's what I was looking for. To pacify their voting base, all right? But they don't believe it in the God of the Bible, all right? Verse 5, his ways are always grievous, right? His ways are grievous, man. You see the grievousness of these Edomites, man, oppressing the poor, all right? Putting them in harm's way, raising the rent. That's designed by them. They're the ones raising the rent, all right? Through their greed, man. Thy judgments are far above out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them, right, man? And that's these Edomites. They puff at us, man. All right? They're like, yeah, you can't do nothing. You're at the bottom. You're poor. You're broke. You're down and out. All right? Who are you? You're insignificant, man. Verse 6, he hath said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. Right, man? You think these so-called white people, these elites, look at you, Negroes, Latinos, and the Americans as a threat, man? All right? They're the ones creating the conditions to keep you oppressed and in the prison house, man. Keep you, okay, burdened, constantly rolling, chasing his bag, chasing his money, man. All right? They don't see you as a threat. All right? Then on top of that, they put the drugs into the communities. All right? Lading you with nothing, okay, but oppression, destitution, okay, so you can destroy yourself, man. That's why the Micah 2 and 10, arise ye, depart. This place is not our rest, man. It is polluted. It will surely destroy us. Verse 7, his mouth is full of cursing, deceit, and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. Right, man. They out here in politics right now. You got the midterm elections talking about we gotta help you out. Vote for me, vote for me. Hey, man, this is all a ploy, all right, just so they can get in to office and then continue on with the agenda, man. This is an illusion, man. They're out here deceiving you. And you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and the Americans, man, if you're thinking about voting in 2018, man, may Yahweh Ba'Hashim Yahushai Ba'Hashim, okay, destroy you, man. All right? Because he's coming in that destruction, man. All right? And he's going to put more hell on you. All right? Coming in the name of the great, terrible power. All right? Because he's going to destroy you if you're out here voting, man. There's no way for you to be voting at this time, in this stage in the game. All right? So may Yahweh Ba'Hashim Yahushai destroy you and your family if you decide to go out and vote, man. All right? Continuing on. Verse 8. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages. In the secret place doth he murder the innocent. His eyes are privily set against the poor. Right, and that's these cops, man. These cops are told, hey, we got to fill them prison houses, all right? Get these homeless people arrested, right? Get them so much in debt with these fines and all that, so they can't pay their bills, all right? They can't pay these fines. Then we'll send debt collectors at them, and if the debt collectors, all right, bring them to court, and they don't come to court, there's a warrant out for the arrest. Put them into the jailhouses, all right? This is what they want, man. Verse 9. He lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He doth catch the poor when he draweth him into his net. Right, and this is a net, man. So this is designed, man. This is designed to oppress our people. And if you cannot see it, man, you're an idiot, man. The Lord's got to seriously destroy you, man. Because this is proof, man, in the pudding. All right? This is completely laid out in your face how oppressive this place is. All right, now this is a message to you rich people that think you're going to get away with it, man. All right, because the Lord's got something for you. All right, this is the book of James, because he's hearing the cries of the poor, and that's us, the Hebrew Israelites, man. All right, mainly here at Great Millstone, those that follow the doctrine of Great Millstone, because we're constantly crying to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai about the oppression that we see, man, amongst us and our people, man. All right. So there's the book of James chapter 5 verse 1. Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Right, man. There's gonna be a time where you're gonna lose everything, all right? And this is gonna be your judgment, man, all right? Because you think you living in grand right now on the high horse with all your riches and your glory and your power and your might, but you're gonna lose it all in these last days, all right? Because the economy is gonna collapse, World War III is gonna kick off. All right, you rich people are gonna be hiding in your bunkers, all right, waiting to go into captivity. Those that survive, all right, the Civil War, the race war, World War III, all right, those that survived that, all right, because a lot of you rich people, you ain't gonna survive when those things happen. Verse 2, your riches are corrupted, your garments are moth-eaten. Verse 3, your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have heaped treasures together for the last days. Right, man. So, hey, man, you so-called white people of the elite, you Edomites, man, hey, live it up, man, all right? Because these are the last time you're going to reap these treasures, man, all right? Because you're going to lose it on these last days, all right? We're living in the last days, man, all right? The prophets are awoken. The prophets are up. The Hebrew Israelite prophets, all right? The prophets of Yasharallah, all right, are awake, and they're out now telling you that you're going down as a people, man. Verse 4, behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, right? Mainly so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Americans who are the Hebrew Israelites, all right? They're the ones laboring. They're the ones, okay, in your restaurants, in your farms, okay, in your corporations, all right? Working for you Edomites. Which you kept back by fraud, right? Raising up the rent, okay? Constantly oppressing them with the stagnant wages, all right? Not raising the wages up to meet the rising rent burden, all right? You got to pay for this, man. And the Lord hears it. That's why the Lord's hearing our cries, man. You kept back by fraud. Okay, back to James chapter 5, verse 4. Behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you, kept back by fraud, crieth. Right, and that's the poor, man, of the Israelites. And the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth. Right, man. The Lord of armies, man. All right. That's why the Lord is coming back to judge you, man. The Lord is coming back, man. He's coming back in them chariots, which we're seeing now numerous sightings of these chariots being documented. All right. And he's going to use these chariots to put you Edomites in your place and put you down once and for all. Let's get to the book of Proverbs, chapter 17. Verse 5. Whoso mocketh the poor reproacheth his maker, and he that is glad at calamity shall not be unpunished. Right? You're happy to see our calamities, man. You mock at the poor, all right? So that's a reproach against you, all right? Because you're not going unpunished, you Edomites, all right? You Edomites and the rest of you nations, man, are not going unpunished, all right? Also, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Americans that still, okay, don't want to take heed to the scriptures, return to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, you're going to be destroyed too, man, for following after this so-called white man, all right? And his philosophy, all right? Because a lot of you Jakes, you mock at the poor, all right? You see it in the rap videos, all right? You see it in your Twitter, in your comments, all right? And you don't have nothing, all right? That's the sad part about it, all right? Our people. See, that's why I got to get on our people too, because you're a bunch of hypocrites, man. You don't have nothing yet. You want to boast in your accomplishments, which is shit, all right? You have barely a pot to piss in, all right? You're out here struggling, working 2-3 jobs. You have nothing yet. You want to mock at those that are less fortunate than you, all right? The Lord's going to judge you, man. Continuing on, let's go to the book of Psalms chapter 34. Now, this is just to uplift our people, the elect, all right? Because the Lord understands what we're going through, man. Psalms 34, verse 6. This poor man cried, and the Lord heard him and saved him out of all his troubles. Right. So, hey, we're the poor man, all right, and we're crying out, and the Lord's hearing us, man. He's going to save us out of this, all right? He's going to save his elect, 144,000 and 1/3 who believed on him, on his name, all right, did the work, okay, truly believed, had faith, and prayed. Because we're supposed to be crying unto the Lord, begging the Lord to return and get us out of this hellhole. All right, this is oppression. We have to get up out of here, man. We cannot live in this environment, this condition, man. We will surely be destroyed, man. There's a book of Psalms, chapter 12. Chapter 12, verse 5. For the oppression of the poor, for the signing of the needy, now let me read that again. The book of Psalms, chapter 12, verse 5. For the oppression of the poor, for the sighing of the needy, now will I arise, saith the Lord. I will set him in safety from him that puffeth at him. Right, man. The Lord's now, okay, is gonna come back, man, and he's gonna deliver, okay, the poor and the needy, man. All right, and he's gonna put us safe from those that puff at us. All right, because the Lord is coming back to bring that judgment, man. All right, and he's gonna deliver his elect, okay, that believed on him, and get him out of this condition. All right, let's go to the book of Sirach. Salakia. Oh, what's going on here? Computer freezing. Book of Sirach, chapter 21. Verse 5. A prayer out of the poor man's mouth reaches to the ears of the Most High, and his judgment cometh speedily. Right. And we are praying to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Okay. Day in, day out. All right. Begging him to please come and judge America. Please come judge this world. Judge these Edomites. All right. For their wicked deeds upon us. All right. Oppressing us. All right. And thinking they can get away with it. All right. And that's why we constantly, all right, do these videos. We constantly are on the highways and byways, man, because we are calling out to the Lord, all right, to bring this judgment to this place, Babylon, because it's truly a wicked, sadistic nation, all right. And last scripture, and I'm gonna close out. This is what Yahushua said, so this should, give us hope of all inspiration, man. Job chapter 16, verse 33. These things I have spoken unto you, that in me ye might have peace. Right, man. These scriptures we have peace. The words of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, we have peace in, man, because we understand what's going on, man. All right. Once you understand what's going on, then you know what's to come. All right. Judgment. All right, and we're all for it, man. And that's why we believe in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, because he is a righteous power and he will judge righteously. In the world ye shall have tribulation, right? We're having tribulation, down and out, rent burden, okay? Literally surviving, scraping by the skin of our teeth, man. All right, just paying, paycheck to paycheck, paying just to survive, man. All right, so we understand the tribulation. We understand we're down and out. All right, we understand our people are destroyed. All right, but the elect are understanding this. All right, and what are they doing? But be of good cheer. Right, we're taking in like a champ. Like, hey, we understand the program. All right, we understand a lot of our people are not going to get this. We understand that the elect will get it, and we understand that as a nation we got to go through this. All right, because we broke the law, statutes, and commandments. But be of good cheer, I have overcome the world. Right. Yahushua overcame the world. All right. Meaning now this world is his. And when he returns, he's going to set things in order. Meaning he's going to bring the judgment, and he's going to make sure his people have all the riches, all the abundance, no worries. Okay. Not sighing and crying anymore. All right. Living in peace and harmony as it should have been. All right. Since since we were a nation. That's why the Lord created us, all right, for this purpose, all right? So Lord willing, this was edifying. Yahweh overcame the world, all right? So, hey, this ain't our rest, man. We have a better place to go to, which is the kingdom of heaven. And in the kingdom of heaven will be righteousness, all right, where we won't see stuff like this. This is oppressing, man. Don't you see this? So, Lord willing, this edify. I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rukah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostle, great millstone, who grew well and taught me this truth. And salutation to the Yaakov out there, pushing this truth with sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life to do so for Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai's sake. Hope, Lord willing, this was edifying. And with that, Shalom.